Yesterday, a federal court of appeals ruled court provisions in the New York SAFE Act and gun control laws in Connecticut are indeed constitutional. Today, WENY's Samantha Potter talked with some people opposing the gun laws on what this decision means for the Repeal the SAFE Act initiative. Samantha?
Yeah, Renata, under this ruling, the court essentially upheld the strict statewide ban on certain semi-automatic rifles and high-capacity magazines. But a small victory came about when the court struck down a 7-round magazine restriction, calling that unconstitutional.
But all the SAFE Act did was make it harder for law-abiding citizens who go to work, pay their taxes every day, to obtain a handgun.
It was designed to keep guns out of the wrong hands, including criminals and the mentally ill. But many opposing the New York SAFE Act say not only is the law wrong, but it's oppressive, which is why the gun control law has made it to the Second Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals. Gun right groups hoping the law would be deemed unconstitutional.
I think the entire thing is unconstitutional. I think the issue of firearms violence has been politicized, obviously, greatly over the last 24 to 36 months, so that probably didn't help in the court's ruling.
Monday, a unanimous 3-judge panel ruled that the court provisions of the SAFE Act do not violate the Second Amendment. Regardless of the court's decision, some in the Southern Tier still feel the law is unjust.
It should not have happened in the first place, and I think eventually it's going to have to go to the Supreme Court to decide whether, in fact, our Second Amendment rights have, in fact, been violated, which I firmly believe they have been.
On the other hand, the court did rule that New York's requirement that only 7 bullets can be loaded in a 10-round magazine is unconstitutional, upholding a previous ruling. The judges said that the 7-round limit would be difficult to enforce since most manufacturers don't make guns that only hold 7 rounds. New York is already not enforcing that provision of the law.
Both Sheriff Moss and Perrine say they're hopeful the U.S. Supreme Court will hear the case. Reporting in the studio, Samantha Potter, WENY News.